what Senator Pederson's proposal would do, and the others, would generate economic activity in every city in the entire state. Every business owner across the state would have less of a fixed expense for their business. They're going to take that money and they're likely to invest in more property, in expansion and improvement of the property, in research and development, in capital equipment, in raises for their employees, for a new employee, for a bonus.
I'm just not sure that when we cut the property taxes for McDonald's Corporation or Walmart or my friend John Menard or Home Depot, out-of-state corporations, especially in the retail business, that they're going to add jobs in Minnesota. I don't know what changes in the retail sector that makes them add a couple extra people at the McDonald's counter or at the register at Walmart or an additional greeter. Or does the money just flow to the corporate bottom line in the states with those corporate offices? That's my concern. If we should have a good discussion about if this does add jobs. But what really bothers me, Senator Pederson, by the fact that it's not paid for, is you are putting this tax relief for those out-of-state companies ahead of paying back our schools. Last year we borrowed over $2 billion from our schools. This year they're borrowing over $500 million, our K-12 schools, in order to pay their bills because we've delayed payments to them. And now in the next biennium, we're going to say the first $126 million that comes in, we're going to buy it on property taxes before we're going to pay back the schools the money that we owe them. That's why, Senator Pederson, I really think if you could figure out a way to pay for this, I think we could have a good conversation about doing something that might stimulate the economy. But absent paying for it, the idea of doing this for those corporations that aren't located in this state and putting them ahead of our own K-12 schools is troubling to me.
One business owner said, if I had that money, I would recarpet my premises and do upgrades. Well, that's economic activity in his community. He would get that carpet from some provider in his community, and they would engage in a transaction that's good for Minnesota business and good for the overall economy. That's what will happen with this.
In my community, for example, I don't have a Costco right now. You know, I'd love to have a Costco in St. Cloud for a number of reasons, and a big part of that reason is the property tax that they would pay.
The presence of a Costco is a function of something else. You know, Costco is going to come to Minnesota because there was going to be folks who have decent, well-paying jobs who can actually buy stuff, and so I hope we're not gearing our tax policy and our economic development priorities around attracting retail all over the state. That's not going to be what gets the state off the dime and moving forward. It's going to be the kind of investments we make in our research and commercializing ideas into a robust and diverse economy, and that only comes about if we have a great infrastructure and if we have, you know, great universities and great MnSCU system and great education and great quality of life. So I hope we're not going to be running around chasing a bunch of retail establishments and driving their property taxes down and calling that some sort of economic development engine, because that would be a quick race to the bottom.